welcome to the Crafty Maven Getaway. So I'm Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and today I have an art party for you, and it's a little bit different. I'm not gonna do a process video. So I am in the process of decluttering and organizing my craft space. So while I was doing that, I found this color reveal DIY watercolor project from Crepe Paper, and I had got it at Ross for $3. So I thought that that might be kind of fun to use, and using the inspiration board, the mood board for this month, I pulled Distress Oxide and Peacock Feathers and Abandoned Coral. So I am not sure if I am gonna put you on fast forward or not. So let's just open that. Yep, decided to do a voiceover and put you on fast forward. So I am just gonna start by putting the Distress Oxide on a piece of packaging and adding some water, and then I am literally just going to smush it on the canvas. And I decided to do it kind of in that lower right hand side for the coral, and then for the peacock feathers I'm going to do up top. So same idea, a little bit on packaging, a little bit of water, and I thought, well, maybe I'll let it drip. And it was giving me some lines, so that's why I put it down and smushed it. Now it's really heavy over there on the left hand side, kind of in the middle, but I am going to fix that. So the gold lettering is a resist, and there were a few pieces of oxide that were on the letters, and I just took that paper towel and wiped it off. So now I am going to add the color shine, and then I am going to add some water, and I got impatient, so I literally poured some in my hand and just dropped it on. And this is letting the oxide do its thing. So super cool. I did wait a little bit, and then I thought about drying it with my heat tool, but I decided that I would just take my paper towel and put it on top. So I give you a little close-up as to what that looks like, and I love how it's turning out. So I am just going to go through a couple of items that are on my desk and see what I want to add. So I knew I wanted that floral piece down in the bottom hand corner, and that I actually fussy cut out of a calendar. And then I knew I wanted to use that trim up top, and that is from Maggie Holmes Flourish. And I do have quite a bit of that. I think I bought it again, but this was just a random piece sitting on my desk. So I love the idea of that busy but blessed, and that is a vellum piece, and I think it might have been from the cut apart from Pink Paisley's Pick Me Up collection, and I thought it went really well with this, and it is going to bring in some navy. So as of right now, there's really no navy other than that word blessed. So I will have to bring some navy in, and I do that using some sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. So the other items that I do place on here are that tag, and I think that tag is a chipboard piece from Oasis. That piece that says Big Notes, I think that was from Pick Me Up as well. And that little fabric tag that says Ravishing is from my stash, and it's super old. I can't even tell you where that's from. So because I have added that chipboard tag, the floral piece is kind of sagging a little bit, so I put a couple pieces of foam underneath that. And I am going to add this cute bird, and he is from Wild Heart, and he is puffy. He's really cute. I have a floral die cut, which I don't know where that came from, and I'm going to add that so that I do have 3 visual clusters to move your eye about the canvas. Now, when I added glue to that vellum piece, I put the glue just behind the colored words. That way, when it dried, you wouldn't be able to see the glue behind the vellum. So now I'm going to add that trim, and I realized that one of the leaves on the end is really covering up the E, or the U in busy. So I'm just going to trim that off and move it over to that floral die cut, and that will put the gold in 3 different places. And then I decided I am going to add some sequins. So this is one of the new collections, and it is called A Heart's Key. And that's literally what I'm going to pull out of this mix are the hearts and the keys. And then I am grabbing Music to My Heart, and I am pulling out a little bit of everything. I love the navy that's in it. The kind of aqua color matches really well along with the corally color. So I am going to start with this little cluster over to the left that has the die cut, and I am pulling in one of the Scrap and Happy flares that has a beautiful little heart on it, and I am going to place that over there in addition to some sequins, and that is pretty much going to finish off that cluster. Now I am going to the bottom, and I am going to add these sequins in 3 different places, I believe. And I just add my sequins with my fine line bottle with Scotch tacky glue in it, and that seems to work out really well. I do have a tendency to add sequins in clusters of 3. It's just pleasing to my eye, so that's why I guess I do it. But that is pretty much going to do it. So I really love how this turned out, and it's going to make a great addition in my crafty space. I'm just going to hang it up and kind of look at it. So I do have a few close-ups where you can kind of see the oxide work there in the blue, and the little cluster at the top with the sequins, and the cluster in the bottom. And so I would encourage you to head over to the Facebook group. There's tons of inspiration in the Facebook group along with the rest of the YouTube ladies. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye!